plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Shaq Lawson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
Well, what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the turnover, it's Tua. Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Matt Breida as the 1st half is winding down. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away from the 6. And he gets Gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last for
a long time. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, Prescott. That is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been.
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Tua going to throw. Escaping. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
A good rally to the football keeps them to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Prescott. Johnson with a completion over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Prescott to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. On 2nd down, it's Russell. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Calling a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. They'll keep it on the ground. Russell.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady game.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the...
That is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in for a yard out. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head.
It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
They're on 26-yard line.
Miami set to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Russell. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. 7 yards to pick up there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? Taking charge.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Down at the 35-yard line. 1 yard gain.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Well, how about that one? He wielded it one-handed for a touchdown. Well, Charles, you said it after the 4th down stop. That's almost guaranteed points the other way, and that comes to fruition with the touchdown.
Well, the unnecessary risk did come back to haunt him, didn't it? End up getting those points that I predicted that they were going to give up because it's guaranteed points if you don't make that play.
And he's got it up and through. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins.
17. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
7-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Prescott from the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Prescott.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. And it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. And that'll make it third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Russell, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Russell, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, Breida. There he goes left side. All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins take advantage of the turnover and put up 6.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. We'll check on his status. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Christian Wilkins. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Prescott to throw on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his routes so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
He was brought down by James Bradbury.
It's 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
At the 10-yard line.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. You got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.